Hmm. Getting hungry. The fuck? Hmm. It's just gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Alright. Let's try this in the bastard. Hello everyone, I'm NintendoBendo. Look. Yes, I know. I know you see the title of it, of basically who I am. I know Nintendo's in my name. Shut up. I can do what I want. Anyway, today we will be reviewing Risk for Sega Genesis. So, I had this game growing up, and I loved it. But does Risk for Sega Genesis hold up? Risk was made by Sculptured Softwares Incorporated in 1994. Now, the graphics of the game, I'm not going to show them here because I'm lazy, I guess. But they were what you would expect from this kind of game. It's literally a map with the occasional fight scene with cannons. It wasn't really that taxing on the console. It did exactly what it needed to do. The truth is, I wanted to play Hearts of Iron 4. But that's $40-50. I saw this for $2. Just had to buy it. I wanted to see if it lived up to my nostalgia still, if it lived up to actually playing it. And I guess I mean, has some problems. For one, the game has an error code if the game is overwhelmed by an input, which is weird. Like, you'll be in the middle of a screen, and if you like press the down arrow too soon, or if the game just blinks wrong, you'll end up with like some weird long text error. I don't know. But yes. Also, the game sounds are nice, but it gets repetitive. Like, it'll have the same loop of music the entire time, and unless you're prepared for that, your ears fall off by the time you're done. However, it's exactly what you should expect from a 16-bit system like the Sega Genesis. The truth is it's pretty par for the course for 1994, so it's nothing that can even subtract from this game's score. On top of that, like, the game itself is too heavily RNG. However, that also can't detract from the game, because in the game Risk, you use dice to decide how a battle goes. That's pretty RNG. That it's not RNG, but it's still chance. You have to have something to take place for chance. And honestly, if you have an overwhelming number of death stack troops, that won't matter, because you're still going to win by the rules of luck. Even if you do have your worst luck you could possibly have, you would probably still win. I mean, there's always a way to screw anything up, but the fact of the matter is I mean, this game is actually pretty fun. Sure, it has its problems, but regardless of the limitations of the console, regardless of the freezes, it holds up for what it was trying to do. And what it was trying to do was basically be a game of Risk. It did that. And also, it has something that a lot of the games like this didn't have. You had the capability of doing AI-only battles, which means if you were like me, and you have no friends, and you just want to watch someone play, the AI can do it really fast, and the AI are pretty dumb for AI, but again, 1994, AI were never that good back then. So that also can't detract from the score. the thing is, like, it has the capability of doing AI only battle, which you practically have to saw someone's arm off in Civilization 4 and 5 just to even pretend like you have AI only. But Risk for Sega Genesis does it without even giving you grief. And if that's something you want in a game like this, you can do it. And it does 1 to 6 players, which is great. I think that's actually par for the core for Risk. The truth is you can't have a one player game, but you can have a 2-player game. That's assuming you want like human players. And if you only have one controller, you control all 6. If you have 6 human players, you just pass the controller around. It uses one controller. I mean, I guess that can be a problem if you're, say, across the room and you have to walk over. But really, it's not that big of a thing, like, especially if you're like me and you have a wireless controller on a bootleg Sega Genesis. But yeah, like, besides that, like, this game, for the time, does, in fact, hold up. Now, despite the repetitive music, which can't really detract, the pretty often freezing, that really only detracts, for the time, from a very good game. Does exactly what it's trying to do, and honestly, can you really ask anything else of it? So, that means that out of 5, you're looking at, minusing from common error messages, minusing from just in general, like, inconvenience of the controller, which that takes like 0.1 of the score away, because honestly, like, it's not that big of a deal. And really, like, I mean, it may be my nostalgia goggles, but it does exactly what it's trying to do. The RNG, that's it. The RNG, the controller, and the common freezes detract 1 point from this, which gives it a 4.0 out of 5. Thank you guys. I'm NintendoBendo, and thank you all for watching.